guys ready? Hold on. I know, hold on. There is somebody else.
Start at 4?
Oh, let's start at 4 for a change. Come on.
Okay.
I cannot promise if we end at 5 though. Okay. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsacharunamardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Para Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu Mahavir Dvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Okay, so how many of you guys did your homework? How many did not? Let's start from online kids first. Good job. Let's start from online kids first, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go line by line with every kid, and we're gonna say, you guys gonna tell me what you did for that 5 minutes every day, right? If you miss any day you did not do it, that's okay. It's nobody is judging here, nobody is saying anything, so you can openly tell if you guys haven't done that, okay? So we are here to get better with each other, so we will start with that. But you know what, how about Saisha, you have something to say? No? Okay. Hey guys. Okay, how about we do the reciting of the Gita first? I forgot about that. We start with that, and then we will go and talk to each kid about their homework.
We haven't been here last 3 days.
I know.
We've had tournaments. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We will tell you what homework was it, and I'm sure you can speak on that part. So, how about we're gonna recite from slok 31 to 40 this time, right? We have 10 next to go. So we're gonna start from 31 to 40. Hi, Richa. You want to come in the front here? Okay, no talking, guys. We are in the class now. Class already started.
Be quiet, guys.
Okay, and this
Read
is a
all
smaller
72
room now, so
slokas.
it's gonna be, the voice will echo a lot. So let's not do that. Okay, 31. Who's gonna say the page number for 31?
94.
94. You got it? Alia, 94 page number. Everybody else got the 31 slok number? Chapter 2, 31. And let's not mute it. And I want all of you guys to sing. Again, guys.
Is it 31 or 40?
31 to 40.
Listen to the instructions.
Okay, now no more talking, guys. Okay.
No. Page 94, slok 31.
You want me to find it for you then? You got it?
Chapter 2, slok 31.
Seriously, guys? After me telling you like about 10 times? Come on. Slok number 31 to 40. The person will sing by themselves who started the conversation first, okay? For right now, we will sing together. Okay. Slok number 31. Swadharma vichaveksha navikamplitumarhasi dharmadi viyutacheyo न्यक्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते
यदर्क्षया चोपनकद्वारमपावृतम्
क्षत्रिया पार्थ लभन्ते युद्धमीदृशम् अथ चेत्तमिमं धर्म्यं सङ्ग्रामेण करिष्यसि ततः सर्वधर्मकृतिं च हित्वा पापमाप्स्यसि अकीर्तिं चापि भूतानि कथयिष्यन्ति ते व्ययम् सम्भवं तस्य चाकीर्तिर्मरणादतिरिच्यते भयाद्रणादुपरतस्मर्ष्यन्ते त्वां महारथा येषां च त्वं बहुमतो भूत्वा यास्यसि लाघवम् अवाच्य वादांश्च बाहुन् वदिष्यन्ति तवाहिता निन्दन्तस्त्वं सामर्थ्यं ततो दुःखतरं किम् हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गं जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महीम् तस्मादुत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः सुखदुःखे समे कृत्वा लाभालाभो जयाजयो ततो युध्यययुज्यस्य नैव पापमावप्स्यसि एषा ते विहिता साङ्ख्ये बुद्धिर्योगे त्विमां शृणु बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रयास्यसि नेहाभिकर्मनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते सर्वमाप्यस्यसि धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्. Okay, so we did till here. Now we will start from 41. But before we start, let's talk about our homework. Right? So, are you guys ready to talk about it? So, the homework was you have to do 5 minutes something with yourself alone or with your family every day in routine for last 7 days. Right? You might have done anything, any worship, or you regularly do it. That's okay too. You can describe that. But what did you do? Just a little bit overview of that. If you did a slok, say the slok. What slok were you saying? If you did puja, you talk about that. If you did a diya and sat in front of God and did meditation for 5 minutes, whatever you did it, that's what we're gonna discuss today, okay? So we'll start with online kids first, right? So who's gonna go first? Okay, Alia, let's start with you.
So I would do Gita for like 5 minutes in the evening, and then on Friday we did Friday puja with Gita, and we just did a puja on Friday because we do that every Friday.
Okay. For the Gita, what shloks did you read? What were you doing every day?
I was reading from 50, and now I am on 54.
Okay, so you read every shlok, one shlok every day?
So, no, I read 3. So, if I started with 50, I would go 51 and 52. And then the next day I would do 51 instead of 50. So 51, 52, and 53. So I
Okay.
skipped the new slow.
Okay, nice. Good deal. Thank you, Alia, for sharing that with us. Okay, who goes next? Online kids? Okay, let's do Darshan.
So some days I forgot to do it, but some days I do it with my grandmother, and we do she tells us and she teaches us some songs.
Okay.
too.
Are you guys learning Vishnu Sastra?
Yeah,
Okay. Good. That's awesome. Well,
I did the same thing as him because we do it together.
Together, awesome. So,
Yeah.
Good deal. That's amazing. Vishnu Sastra is a long Shastra, and you are reading that shloks. So, good job, guys. Okay, who goes next? Saisha, you will take next. Okay, Ansh raised his hand, so let's go Ansh first.
I just read the sloks from 20 to 40,
Uh-huh.
and then for the rest of the time, I just said some other prayers that I know.
Okay. Did you were able to do every day?
I couldn't do it on Saturday or Friday.
Okay. And what about did you do all the shlok every day? Like, was it every day at the same time or different timing?
No, different times.
Different time. Did you do by yourself or Sia was with you?
No, I did it by myself.
Oh, good. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I have Karnu raise his hand. So let's go Karnu next.
Well, I didn't do it every day. I did it every night, and I was doing prayers of Om Trayambakam
Uh-huh.
and Vasudeva and Guru Brahma.
Okay.
Because we were praying so that everybody in India would be safe from Corona mutant.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you for being so thoughtful. That's amazing. Thank you, Karnu, for sharing us with that thing. And that's amazing that you are worrying about somebody else, right? That's a part of meaningful life, right? Good job, guys.
Yeah, I've already lost lots of people in my family due to Corona.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
4.
Oh my God. I hope everybody else
3
is
on
okay.
my dad's side and 1 on my mom's side.
Oh, that's sad. I hope everybody else is okay. Yeah. What about so who goes next? Saisha, now you go next and I will ask Reha next after that.
For me, before I went to sleep, like every morning after I took a shower, I did puja before I went on with the rest of the day.
Uh-huh.
So, and then before I go to sleep, I just do the same. I do puja again.
Mm-hmm. And puja, how do you do the puja thing?
So, when I wake up after shower,
Uh-huh.
I just go to our home Monday, and then I just I do puja in front of there.
Okay.
And then before I go to sleep, I just do it in my bed.
Oh, okay. Good. Any specific mantra that you read?
Before I go to bed, I do I'm trying to rethink. I always forget. So I do I forgot. I think Sunday might know.
Sunday, you know.
It's just that I only remember it whenever I go back to. I only
okay.
remember it when I'm in bed. So.
No worry. You remember Sunday? What is it? Uh-huh. Hanuman Chalisa. Uh-huh. Yeah. Tameva Mata. Good. Uh-huh. Oh, nice. That's good. Great. So, you want to add anything to it? Okay, good. So, I have Sia raising her hand. So, Sia, you want to go next? Is that Sia?
Yeah.
Yes,
so,
Sia. Mm-hmm.
So I do it at different times. I read the Bhagavad Gita shlok. The shlok we're on 40.
Okay.
Right now I'm on 45 and I practice it every day. Except I didn't get it on Friday and Saturday because I was at my friend's house. And I listen to Hanuman Chalisa every night.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Very nice. I'm so proud of you guys. All of you. Reha, you want to go next?
Sure. I have some hiccups though, so if I like start hiccuping in the middle, just ignore that.
No.
But I basically just said like a few prayers every night, just kind of like normal, I guess ones.
I know what you do, but I would like class to know that too. So, talk about it.
Okay, so basically just like Doya Mata Puragavram and a few others that I can't really like remember the name of, but yeah.
But you put a candle, you put the diya and then do the prayer every evening, right? And do some kind of meditation too.
Yeah, kind of like just like 5 minutes.
5 minutes of meditation.
Meditation.
Good. Awesome. Good job, guys. So let's move on to the class kids here. So, who wants to start? Okay. Let's have her start and then I will go with you. Yeah.
I watched the first episode of Ramayana, I think,
Okay.
with my mom.
That's awesome. Did you watch every day?
I don't think every day, but I did like some days.
Some days? Okay. Good. That's awesome because you will get to know a lot of things in that show. It's amazing. It's Ramayana is, it from our days, but it's still so good. Yes.
So no,
Yeah, Raja.
I remembered something else we watched. We watched Mahadev.
Yes, that's a good show too. Really good show to watch. Yes.
So I had a sleepover at my friend's house, and they do their like lunch, dinner,
Prayers.
And so I don't usually do that, but I went to his house, and so they did it. So I kind of joined in. I didn't know all of the words, but I did that for like 2 days.
2 days, yeah. So not all 5 days, right? Not all 7 days.
He wasn't here.
Huh? He wasn't here for last week. Okay.
Yeah.
But okay, we'll talk about it. But that's good, right? Did you enjoy, thinking about it, that you were thanking God
Yeah.
before
he told
eating?
me, because I was like, what does it mean? And then he told me.
He
Do you
told you
remember
that?
the shlokas?
Awesome. Yeah. He doesn't remember the sloks, but that's amazing. That's really good to, have that doing. But it's going to be also good if we do every time, right? Okay, who's going to go next? Neil, you want to go next? How about we go in the line from the back and then come to the front?
Well, every morning after I wake up, I'll just say the Om Vasvahat. And that's it.
Did you do all 7 days? Or you used to do every day before that?
I just did all 7 days.
All 7 days? Good. Varshini, what about you?
Read a book for 5 minutes.
Okay, which book?
Whichever book I find.
Okay, is it the spiritual book or any book?
Any book.
Any book. So all 5 days you did that? Okay. Good. Okay, so Sane already told me, so we go to Sean.
Just read the Gita.
No, don't say just read the Gita. Tell me the whole thing what you do. What, I will say you read the whole Gita like 700 sloks. How would I know that? Okay, tell me.
I just read some slow.
What's some sloks? We are getting late. Come on. Explain us what you do every evening.
I just like
Every morning and every evening. Tell us about it.
the whole Gita. Just read one.
I just what?
I read a book every day for class.
Sean.
He didn't read a book every day. But that's like not even half of what you did.
Okay, come on, Sean. I really want to hear from you. No, Krishan. Sean, come on. Just explain it in one sentence. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, which chapter are you reading?
I read chapter 18, slok 1. This is chapter 8. I feel like this.
18.
Yeah, chapter 18. What slok what do
Oh, I
you do?
realized. I thought I read, no, from 20. Chapter 17.
making this up now.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You don't have to give the exact number. You just say you read one slok, you do 10 sloks before.
1 to 10 of chapter 18.
Well, not that big.
There
is a
okay.
chapter 18. Okay, Aryan, shh, Aryan, come on, next.
I meditated for 4 or 5 minutes.
4 or 5 minutes? Wow, it
I
did.
meditated too on my phone.
That's awesome. Nishi, Nishi, you want to read all 20 sloks? 5 days?
Yeah.
And you
On
met?
the last 2 days.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's relaxing.
It's relaxing? Yeah. Do you like your baby? Okay, guys. Nishi, you go next.
We did Aarti.
Arti? Every day? What Arti do you say?
I don't even know what it's called.
No, but is it which Bhagwan Arti do you sing?
Ram and Krishna. I think.
Is it
Starts with like Vasudeva Vasudeva.
No, that's not the Aarti.
It's like
what is the Arti?
No, it's just like a bunch of shloks, and then there's like this one like I don't know what it's called.
Just sing a bit.
Karpur Gama?
We do that shlok, and there's like we just do like a bunch of shloks.
yeah, we don't know what it's called.
Arti, you don't know?
You can ask them.
And then we also
Okay, but you guys all did together?
Yeah, but I always
With your
think
family.
it, not just
Okay.
the second day.
Yeah.
That's
Parthi,
fine.
you want to go?
I do Agnihotra.
Every day did you do it? For 7
I
days?
missed Saturday this time, but then usually we do all days.
All days, every
But
day?
Saturday, Papa had to go somewhere, so we missed it.
Oh, okay, okay.
You didn't do
You
it
guys-
yourself?
I mean, I.
What do you do?
I
We just
pray
did this
after.
fire thing and all.
Excuse me.
Okay.
I pray after I take a shower every day.
What
so
do
I
you do?
usually, so I say a couple of prayers and then I just like, I say what I'm thankful for and then I say what I'm looking for in life, basically.
Okay.
I don't know what else.
Well, that's okay. What about you, Trisha?
I don't really do anything.
Yeah. No, but did you?
Praise to God to
Nishi? Are you not Trisha? Okay. Yeah,
No, I don't really think
You
I
don't.
do anything. Like actively think about doing it.
go. And anything.
I guess this week I'll try.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Risha, you want to go next?
They
Sometimes,
just said,
but also in the morning, after I take a shower, I do some shloks.
Which slopes?
I do Guru Brahma, I do Om Bur, and I do the Mata, and I do Yadevi.
I do that.
What they should. Nice. Every day. You did all 7 days?
No, I didn't do all 7. I think I did like 4 or 5 days.
Oh, okay. No worries, no worries. Good. What about you, Anya?
I only did it on Monday.
Uh-huh. What you did on Monday?
I did a shlok, but I have no clue what it's called. It's
Okay.
on my notebook though.
Okay. Read it for me. No? What is it? Which one? Wrote it for you? Vakratunda Mahakaya. This is Ganpati Shlok. Very nice. You did that and then Ganesha Vihar. That's awesome. Very good. And now, Janvi, you want to say?
I did meditation for 5 minutes.
Oh my goodness. How did you do it?
I was
Like
sitting
With your mom, dad, or by yourself?
myself.
Oh my
So there was God in front of me, and then I was sitting behind him.
god. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then you sit for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Did you put the timer?
Yeah.
Awesome. And then did you say Om Namah Shivaya or something? Or just closed your eyes?
Close my eyes.
Very good, very good.
yes, Alia's asking something.
Yeah, Alia, you were asking me something?
I did the same stroke as the person before.
Oh, yes.
She's on
Vakratunda?
Yes.
Okay, good, good. So guys, hey, I am very excited. You guys all did something. The part is, what happens is, a lot of you guys did it. So I'm really, really excited that you were able to do all that thing. So what was why did I put this practice for you? Why did I say this last week? Oh, Krishu, I forgot you.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to say something before we go?
Did I say everything?
Whatever you do.
Okay. So as soon as I wake up in the morning, I say the first slok of the Trikal Sandhya. Which is so that's the slok you do as soon as you wake up, and then whenever I eat lunch and dinner, and sometimes I do it during breakfast, I do the second slok of the Trikal Sandhya. It's thanking God for the food He gives me, and then in every day and the night, every nighttime, me, Sean, and my mom do the third slok of the Trikal Sandhya, and then we read the first 10 shloks of chapter 4, and we're like trying to memorize it, and then we read the 10 shloks from chapter 17 to 18, because we do like one new shlok every day and let go one shlok from the previous day, and so that we can finish the whole Gita, and then we read a page from a Ramayana book, and then finish with Arti.
So that's our ritual. Good. Okay. Thank you. So yes, everybody raise the hand who knows why did I ask you guys to practice that. Okay. I will ask you. You
Stop it.
Yeah.
To apply God to everyday life.
Yeah. Great answer. Yes,
That's a
Anand.
great answer. Shut up.
Nishi, if you say one more word, I'm gonna put you out of the class for sure. Seriously, Nishi. Today you are very much talking about it. Yes, Anand.
Meaningful life.
To get to the meaningful life. Make the goal as a meaningful life. Good. What about you, Sarah?
So you can test us if we would actually do it.
Yeah, test you. Yeah, I would not test you guys, but what I want you to do is to get to a routine, right? Where we can worship God. Because we are going to read what? Karma Yoga. Nishi, get up. Please get up. Get up, come here and sit here. Nishi, seriously, get up there. Seriously, अपन को बहुत पढ़ना है, and this class is very short. It's 1 hour class and we cannot finish everything. So come here, sit here next to me.
She's just so much of a distraction.
Come on. So somebody else raised their hand. Who was there?
Right?
Yeah, Chris. Tell me.
To combine secular and spiritual life.
To combine secular and spiritual life. Why did I bring it at this point? Why didn't I do that in the first class and say, hey, first class, you should start doing the prayers or do some routine every 5 minutes of the day? Why did I bring now? Yeah.
Okay, because first off, we didn't really know why we were praying, and it's like we didn't know, like, how. I mean, I guess you could know, but you didn't know properly. You didn't know why you're doing it, for what reason you're doing it, praying or meditating.
What about you, Sunday? What were you saying? Nothing? Okay, what about you, Chris?
2 reasons, because you just taught us what secular and spiritual life are and how we should combine it, and you said that Karma Yoga is coming up, and chapter 3 is all about Karma Yoga, which is yoga of action. So it's doing spiritual actions. So if you're getting us in a routine to do a spiritual 5 minutes, at least 5 minutes of spiritual action every day, we can build on that and do Karma Yoga.
Yeah. So because we are starting Karma Yoga, that's why I want you to do a little karma in your whole 24 hour, just 5 minutes of little karma that you can devote to spirituality, right? That's why I brought this homework to you guys, and I want you to continue to do this because this is very important to get a foundation where we're going to talk about devoting all of our karma to God or all of our karma to the meaningful life. If somebody doesn't want to believe in God, that's not the end of this spirituality. There is still spirituality even if you don't believe in God. If there is no God, then still there is a spirituality. You devote all your karma to the meaningful, your highest goal that you have, right? So that's why we brought this thing in at this point I brought this exercise. But it is not 1 week homework and be done with it. It's going to be continuously. So keep doing what you are doing. And the greater part is feel good when you started. Like if you did for 5 days and you do all 6 days, then feel proud about it that you were able to do it. Then all 7 days and slowly build on it, and you do only 5 minutes, right? After 24 hours, 5 minutes we can just sit and relax and do something. You can do so many things, right? So for 5 minutes you can continue doing it. So everybody is on it, right? So it's not just 1 week homework and be done with it. It's continuously homework. So you keep doing it what you were doing. Is it okay? Anya, you can do it, right? Yeah, okay. So now when we talk about it, I actually had, people ask the question, or you guys had this in mind too, about saying that, hey, we talk about that we are Brahman, and there's a Brahman out, we said we are, what is God? God is Brahman, right? That's what we discuss in our first chapter, and the first part of second chapter. Who are we? Who are we? We are what? Brahman. We are consciousness. We are this absolute truth, right? The Brahman. So we are that, and we are saying God is also that. There is no else. It's all Brahman, right? That's what we discussed. That's what we are. So people say, if we and God are same, then whom to worship? Why to worship, right? If that's the same thing, isn't it ridiculous to say, oh my God, I'm worshiping myself, right? That's weird, right? To say, if I say go worship God, then you will say, oh, am I worshiping myself? I'm Brahman, he is Brahman, why am I worshiping him? So I want you guys to understand what is the difference there, right? What is there are 3 levels of reality. I want you guys to understand that level of there are 3 levels of reality. Number 1, it is hard to write this side. So number 1, the highest one is absolute. Huh?
Keep sleep.
I know it's
Dreaming
sleeping.
away.
It's sleeping.
No.
What?
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about deep sleep.
So no
dreaming
more.
away.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah, Raja.
So do I have to write
I can't see the bird much.
Oh, you cannot see the book? The board?
Board.
Now you can see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So the highest one is absolute, right? Absolute reality. Then is, that's okay. Relative reality. This is V, Raja, okay? Nice. And this is E.
relative?
Relative. And then the third one is illusionary. Illusionary reality. Let me write I proper. Illusionary reality, right? So there are 3 kind of reality. Now think about it really practically, right? Absolute is the highest reality, which we talk is saying that it's Brahman, right? What are you? You are Brahman. What is outside around there? So it's Brahman. The whole thing is Brahman. That's what we discuss in the first part of second chapter. Everything is
Brahman.
How do you spell it?
A-H-M-A-N.
Okay. Then the second part, when Brahman combined with mind, identify with body, mind and intellect, it become relative. So when Brahman plus body, mind and intellect, it become relative or translational, right? And illusionary is dreams.
Dreams as in like sleeping dreams?
Sleeping dreams, right? So if you look at the reality of all these are 3 levels of reality, right? So what we discussed first is we are Brahman, God is Brahman, we are all, everything is Brahman. So what we are, God is the same way, right? The next we discuss is, we are talking today, is relative. Relative means there is a consciousness in us, but there is a body, mind and intellect also in us, right? That becomes relative. Then illusionary is dream. So look at this way, an example. So when we look up high in sky, what color do we see? Blue. So So sky is either blue, white, black, green, red. Green it doesn't, but black, right? Red, orange. So the sky looks blue. When you look up, the sky is blue, right? Now, if you guys have, like, I'm sure older kids might have learned in science that sky is colorless.
Is it? Yes.
Yeah.
Sky is colorless. Sky doesn't have a color. It's the scattering of the light. The light reflection makes the reflection of the light makes it color. Right? So now look at the same example. Absolute way to look at sky. It is what? Colorless. It doesn't have a color. Right? So if you look at it absolutely, it doesn't have a color. But if you look at relative, when you look up, you will still say sky is blue. Right? So relative level, the sky is blue.
But you know it's color. You know it's
But you know it is colorless.
But you still say it's blue.
But you still say blue. So now, does that both stay together or they cannot stay together?
They say together.
They both stay together, right? When you look up, you will say sky is blue. But other than that, you have the real knowledge that there is an absolute sense that there is no blue sky. There is no color in sky. It's colorless.
Brahman is like, it's like the consciousness and soul, right?
Yes.
Okay, just
Yes.
making sure.
Yes.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yes. So, did you guys understand the difference between relative and absolute?
Yes.
Right? So, you still see sky blue. If you paint the sky, you will still paint blue. Right? Even though you know there is no color in sky. So, absolute reality is there is no color. Right? So, absolute reality is there is Brahman. But relative reality is we don't see it because it's blue. We see blue, we see red, we see orange, but we don't see it colorless, right? So, does they both stay together? They are not that they cannot stay together, right?
Yeah.
One person have the absolute knowledge. So, we right now in this class, after reading the first 11 to 30th slok of chapter 2, we know that it is the absolute Brahman. We know that, right? But we are in relative because we don't see it. Right? In everyone, right? So we don't see it. So we are right here with Brahman, with mind, intellect. So we are using this, and that's what the relative level are we. Now let's talk about our illusionary level, right? Now, dream, right? So you saw a dream today. Tonight I was sleeping and I saw a dream that I went to a good my friend's place and we had so much fun and there was a pizza that I ate. And then I am like, okay, the pizza did not finish. I woke up and I came home and I wish that I would have put that pizza in the fridge yesterday. So today in the dream, I can go back and eat that pizza. Would that happen? No. Can that happen?
No.
That cannot happen, right? Because what was it?
It's fake.
Illusionary, right? So the dream reality is all illusionary. It doesn't stay. It goes away. Right? So now if you look at it, this reality doesn't stay when you come in relative. Right? Does illusionary stays in relative?
No.
Will relative stay in absolute?
No, because there's no mind body.
There is no mind body. Yeah, Raja.
So, what does it say on top of absolute?
Level of reality.
Level of reality.
Okay.
Thank you. So you understand the difference between that? Right? So, Nishi, you okay, Raja? You can talk to him.
Hi.
If you feel like you can talk to him. Okay. So, did you get to know the... Okay, no talking under yourself. So now, if you look at this, now at the relative level, which we all are, right? We cannot skip that level because we have body, mind, and intellect, right? So now I will say that if I am at this level, I eat, I walk, I talk, I go to my friend's house, I have fun, I do everything. What did God do wrong here so that I cannot pray to him? He is also on the relative level, right? So praying to God is at relative level, right? Now when I say that, hey, at Brahman level, I would say, oh, do I worship myself? Because I'm Brahman too, and everywhere everybody else is Brahman. Would I worship myself here? No. But on this level, would I worship God?
Yes.
Right? Now, what is the difference between relative level of human and God? There is a difference. Brahman alone is God at relative level. Brahman
With anything else is not.
with desire
It's human.
is equal to human.
So Brahman by itself at relative level.
At relative level is God.
So when you become absolute level, you're basically a part of God.
Yes. Or you are kind of,
Yeah,
you
you're
and
like-
God are same,
Yeah.
right?
You
Did
don't
you get
get,
the
like,
point?
Any
Yes,
powers.
Risha.
Does it say human?
Yeah.
So then, when you get to absolute, you don't worship anyone.
Like then
Do
you still worship. Here is the thing. When you get to absolute level, do you come to the relative level also?
No.
Yeah. Because how about
Yeah.
you? You
Oh, yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
you will eat food too.
Yeah.
Right? You will walk too. So that's why enlightened person also worship. Right? Why do they worship? Because there is a relative life also. Like sky is blue, you know that. But still you come and say no, sky is colorless, you know that. But still you come and say the sky is blue. Yes.
What does like that say?
This?
Like up there.
This?
Yeah.
Brahman
Equals God.
equals God.
And on the bottom one.
Brahman plus desire equals human. Yeah, Raja.
What did it say after mind?
Intellect. I have to sit there, Krishu. I don't think
Oh,
so.
gee.
Okay. So, you guys got that point? Very clear? Okay. So, why do we worship God? Right? Because we are on this level, and that's where everything works. So, there is a superpower here in our life that guides everything. That's why worshiping of God is so important at a relative level. Got it? Though we think that we are Brahman and everything, and God is Brahman, we are just it's everything is same. But at relative level, we can. Now, nothing goes to here if you go, or here to here it goes. It doesn't stay the same, right? Illusionary thing, what you saw in the dream, doesn't stay with you in relative level. It doesn't keep going on, right? The same way, the relative level, when you come to absolute level, you cannot take relative level to absolute level. You got it?
Shanti,
Yeah, Raja.
what does it say, like next to Brahma?
Right here
Yes,
or right here?
both.
Well, Brahman is equal to God,
Uh-huh.
and then Brahman plus desire is equal to human.
Okay.
Okay? So now look at this. When people talk about, so at this level, the God is Saguna. Saguna means Brahman or God with attributes. Saguna. He has characteristics. Krishna, Shiva, they have characteristics, means they are God, they do things, or they have a specific characteristics, they do certain things for the world. So when God at relative level is Saguna Bhagwan, means it has guna. Guna means characteristics, right? So that level God says Saguna Bhagwan. When we talk about Brahman at absolute level, it's Nirguna. Which is without attribute, right? We discussed, what happens when Krishna Bhagwan was saying to Arjun that you don't, the fire cannot kill, the fire cannot burn you, the water cannot drain you, or the wind cannot blow you. He was talking about Nirguna because there is no characteristic, right? So Brahman doesn't have any characteristics, so nothing can take you off. But that one is Nirguna Bhagwan. right? So when you talk about Saguna Bhagwan and Nirguna Bhagwan, they are at different level, right? Saguna is at relative level, Nirguna is at absolute level. Yes, Sane?
Which one is Nirguna, the one at the bottom with desire?
No, Nirguna is the one that is this one. Absolute level. Let me write it properly so you can see in front of everybody. This you already guys got it, right? I can erase that.
Yeah.
So this one is Nirguna. Nir means no. No, guna. Guna means characteristic. Nirguna. Yeah, I will talk about that. Good question.
What was it?
He said, she said, do we pray Nirguna or Saguna? Do we pray Nirguna or not? Saguna. Right? So now, if you look at it, Saguna Bhagwan is with characteristics, right?
So
It stays with relative.
Can you give an example what you mean by characteristics?
Yeah. And then Nirguna is Brahman, which doesn't have
It's
characteristics.
like
Huh?
Krishna Bhagwan. It's a
With the
God.
form.
Yeah,
Oh.
God,
With the
but
form,
When you
he,
can- okay.
yeah. So any God, when we worship with the form, Shivji with that, Shivling, that is, it's with, comes with the form
So
and a
you
name,
have to set up
name,
everything
form,
for-
yes.
Saguna
So
is
like
basically-
worshipping Krishna Bhagwan, you give them shower, you put bindi on them, you make them wear garlands or flowers and all those things. We put flowers on them. That's Saguna Bhakti, right? And Nirguna Bhakti is that we know absolute, like it's Brahman. So there is no form, no name, no characteristics to that person.
How do we pray for them?
Yeah, so how do you pray? It's very intelligent question. So how the bhakti goes, how the devotion goes. Devotion goes from Saguna to Nirguna. You cannot jump directly to Nirguna. There are very few souls that's going to go directly to Nirguna. Probably they might have done all the Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga and Dhyana Yoga in their previous life and it continued. That's where they go to the Nirguna Bhakti. But you have to start with Saguna. That's why you have to put God in front of you and relate to God and then pray to God that you are the one who's going to drive my life, who's going to help me make right decisions, who's going to give me the intellect to make the right decision. So I'm going to pray to you. So that's why you start with Saguna Bhakti and then you go to the Nirguna Bhakti. Right? Then the knowledge comes and then you start having Nirguna Bhakti. Right? You got the basic concept of that why we do puja, why do we go to mandir, temple and put the bindi on Bhagwanji or give him shower, put all these fancy clothes on Bhagwanji and praise them and have all these shloks that we sing about their praise is to do Saguna Bhakti.
We've only done Saguna.
But yes.
So whenever we did the Krishna Bhagwan Murti thing, that's Saguna Bhakti.
Saguna Bhakti, yes. Yeah, Sunny?
So what is Nirguna? So is Saguna having the statue of having the thing of God in front of you?
Yes.
So what about thinking of God?
Yeah.
Like having an image. Is that
That's still
Saguna?
That's still Saguna.
You're giving character. If you imagine Krishna, you're imagining his features
Forms,
and stuff.
right? You are thinking, oh, Bhagwan is standing with the flute in his hand and he is with the Vishnu avatar. So you are imagining that. So again, that is considered as Saguna.
Can you take Krishnaji and can you if you didn't add a name, you didn't add a form, just it's just there, and then it would become Nirguna.
Yes.
So you can still do Nirguna.
Nirguna Bhakti,
By
yeah.
the same
But
logic.
what happens is for that you have to go through the whole knowledge.
Okay.
Like you need to know and experience yourself that I'm not this body, I'm not this mind, intellect. What I am, I'm Brahman. What God is. So when you connect that, that's when you start doing Nirguna Bhakti. Until that time, you have to keep doing Saguna Bhakti and keep going. Yes.
If you just if you're doing Nirguna Bhakti, the only you don't imagine anything and the only thing you think of is Brahman, right? Because Brahman has no
No,
Yeah,
no
so
form.
you don't think of anything else
From the
but
higher
you.
soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Any questions on this, guys? Level of reality. Right? They are not interchangeable. Remember that, right? You can keep going higher and higher. Because you see a dream vanish in 30 minutes. Then you go to the next thing, right? The reality stays for longer. So on relative sense, like what we do, all the action is on relative level, right? Because we have body, mind, and intellect. So we do all our daily action on relative level. Remember that all the time, right? So then we can make the karma yoga very easy for you guys. If you read it that way, keeping in mind that we are doing on relative level, then it becomes very easy to you. So now you remember, we talk about 4 kind of yoga, right? What were they? Anybody can look in the notes and tell me? Except Krishu.
And Sean should know.
What were the steps of spirituality? Yes, Swara. Gyan yoga, yeah. Yeah.
Dhyan yoga and bhakti yoga.
Good job. Gyan,
Dhyan, karma,
dhyan,
dhyan, karma,
karma,
and then bhakti.
What is this again?
These are kind of yoga, the spiritual practices. There are kind of 4 spiritual practices that Gita explains us, right? And we talked about it last time. If you remember that matrix that we made, everybody has that in the book? No? Who said no?
This
Yeah, you guys were not there, but Aryan, were you telling anything? Okay. You can look at the other share with other kids. Okay, so now the chart.
What's the third one?
Dhyan, G-Y-A-N. Dhyan, D-Y-A-n. D-H.
And then the fourth one.
D-H, okay guys, I'm sorry.
dhyan.
The 4th one is bhakti, devotion. Devotion. Okay, so now in the matrix last week we did it. What we did is it had 3 columns and 3, right? So the first one was from the bottom to the top. First one was impure
Impure
mind. I want to just make a relation between this part and this part real quick.
So the problem,
Impure mind. Problem is impure mind.
Solution is purity of mind.
Purity of mind.
And the method is karma yoga.
Method is karma yoga.
Yes.
Right? You guys did that last week, right? You remember? Now, this is
Restless mind
restless mind.
is a problem.
Restless mind is the problem.
Then concentration
Concentration is the solution, and then meditation
meditation's the method.
Now the top one is ignorance.
Is the problem.
Knowledge.
Is the solution. And then Shravana Manana.
Yeah, so I would say Gyan Yoga.
Yeah.
Okay, this what we roughly made last.
Wait, that's just karma, dhyan, gyan.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell everybody. So if you look at it, that's what we studied. Like, why we couldn't why couldn't we progress in spirituality? Because we have impure mind. That's where we start from. So bottom part was we have impure mind. That's why we cannot do more spirituality. So for that, solution is what? This is problem, this is solution, and this is method. I don't know how I can write it.
Can you say problem, solution,
Problem, solution, and method. So first column was problem, middle was solution, and the last one was method, right? So we cannot grow in spirituality because of impure mind. That's the basic problem with everybody, right? So what do we have to do? What is the solution to impure mind? Purity of the mind, right? Simple solution. There is no rocket science there. So pure mind. And how you can get the purity of mind? By doing karma yoga. So what we're gonna be learning now from next class is karma yoga, and that is purity of mind, right? Then when we get purity of mind, but still we cannot make it happen. So what happen is we do restless, because our mind is restless, we cannot get it.
We need concentration.
We need concentration, and concentration comes from meditation. So then it is meditation. So what it becomes? Dhyana yoga. Meditation is dhyana yoga. Yeah.
Couldn't you read the Gita backwards? Because you said that we could go from down to up or up to down.
You can go anywhere. But the thing is why we do it, because as Krishna Bhagavan, Arjun keeps asking the questions, and then Krishna Bhagavan keeps saying, answering it. That's why the Gita, that's why I have Gita. So if you look at it, guys, listen to it properly, because this is gonna tell you how Gita should be read or how it is connected to each other. If you guys don't know this concept, you will be, we will read the whole thing and you will be like, what are we talking about here? If you don't get this, how to, what is the purpose of it? So meditation comes in dhyana. We go, dhyana yoga is right here, right? Then what happens is when we start doing meditation and everything, we get our mind concentrated. So now we have purified mind, concentrated mind. So we have both things. Now what happened, whatever ignorance we have, that's what the problem comes. We get the knowledge and we do the jnana, right? So all three of them, karma, dhyan and jnana, are related to each other. Now you will say, Sonal aunty, what about this one? What about the fourth one, right? For anything, you remember the first thing we said, to read Gita, what were the prereq that you guys should have? It was like first two classes we talk about it. You were not even there. So what do we have to? Hey, hold on. Sonia wants to answer. You want to answer, Raja? Yeah. Faith in the book. Awesome, Sunny. I like. So whenever we talk about these things, right, we have to have faith. Without faith, you will not get it, no matter what. And not even in this book. If you read your physics book and you say, okay, I think that I don't know if the writer was right or wrong. I don't believe he's right. I don't have a faith in this writer. Would you learn anything out of it? No. Right? So you have to have faith. Whatever you do, not just studying. Even if you go and play a game, you have to have faith in your coach who is teaching you. Then only you can get it, right? So to get faith, what do you need? Devotion. So to get all this yoga together, the bhakti is all through these three. If there is no devotion, no faith in all these three while you are doing this, you will not get any of this. So when we talk about with the pure mind, with concentration, when you study Gita, your knowledge sticks to you, but to do all these, you have to have devotion, faith to Gita. So that's the whole formula of Gita. Or you do anything, apply this formula to anything. Not just Gita, but apply this formula to anything, right? So you have to start again, I will say, with pure mind, which we got from Karma Yoga, right? We did Karma Yoga, we got pure mind, we did meditation, we did Dhyana Yoga, so we got concentration, right? And then we got the knowledge, so the ignorance goes away. And to gain all these, we have to have bhakti or devotion towards teacher, towards the book, towards Gita, towards what you are learning about. Right? You got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Any questions?
He asked, and I said yes.
Got it? Okay, guys. Then we will start the Karma Yoga next time. I wanted to start it today, but time is over. And the time is over. 1 hour? Okay, come on, let's finish. वसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे